boys and girls, today we're going to do our lesson that goes with the Following My Paintbrush book. The type of art is Madhubani or Mithila art, and it's a kind of folk art from India. They normally would use things from nature, so animals like fish or birds, elephants maybe, and they would use flowers and leaves to fill in the background. Normally you can identify Madhubani art by the borders. They would normally have a border around, and the main subject, so my fish is my main subject, would normally have a double border, and I'll show you how to do that. They also would use, they'd fill their shapes with geometric patterns and shapes and use bright colours. So we are going to need today a ruler, if you have one, or something for drawing a straight line, Sharpie, something similar, and a pencil, markers and colour pencils if you have them. Okay, so we're ready to start. I'm going to start by making our border, and this is the only part you're probably going to use your pencil. I'm going to make a border. I'm going to use the whole width of my ruler just to draw a straight line, and then on the other side, and on this side. So now I've made a frame or a border. I'm going to trace on top of my border with my Sharpie. My Sharpie goes really slowly. I'm just going to trace all the way down. And return it. Okay, I'm going to keep my paper horizontal or landscape, and these little squares in the corner, I'm going to do a little pattern. Maybe I will do a little flower in each. Okay, so now we're ready to draw our fish. I'm going to come somewhere near the middle of this line, and in a little bit I'm going to make a little dot. I'm going to do the curved part of the fish first, but I want to leave room for his tail, so I'm going to go curve and stop, and then the same at the other side, remembering to connect my Sharpie. Okay, for his tail I'm going to do a curved line out the way and out the other way, and I'm going to connect his tail in the middle, one like this and one like this. Now he's beginning to look more like a fish. I'm going to give that double border, so I'm just going to take my Sharpie and follow the lines I already made on the inside of my fish as best as I can, keeping my Sharpie moving slowly and remembering to connect. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can use a marker or a crayon, whatever you have. Now he's beginning to look a bit more like a fish. I'm going to give him a fin on the top to help him swim, and one on the bottom. Again, I'm going to give that double border, and maybe just some little extra bits on his fin. Okay, now I'm going to break his body up into sections by using lines. So I'm going to start with a straight line or a curved line. I'm going to give him a little smile and an eye. Maybe I'll do a double line round there. I like that. And then I can break his body up into sections by using lines. Maybe I can use a bumpy line or two bumpy lines. They're close to each other. And then maybe a straight line, a straight line. Maybe I can use a zigzag line. Some of my lines are far apart, some are close together. And when I get to the tail, I'm just going to finish off there. So now, inside these lines, I'm going to add some more geometric patterns. So maybe I can add circles. Maybe I can add triangles. If I want to get really detailed, maybe I can put dots inside my triangles. You can add whatever shapes you feel like. I'm going to give this one another straight line. Maybe I can just add lines. Here I'm going to do big circles with little circles inside. Or they're a bit like ovals. Okay, another part of Madhubani art, they did something called hatching inside. And hatching just means doing lots of little lines. Kind of shows texture. So I'm doing it on the tail, and maybe I'll do it on some of my leaves as well when we get to that part. Okay, so now I've got my fish looking how I think I want him to look. Maybe I'll add some hatching here. And now I need to fill in the space around. The Madhubani art, they like to fill the space so everything is colourful. You can add things like leaves or flowers. I'm going to do flowers. I'm going to do half flowers. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start here by doing half a circle and then add the petals. And because I want it to be symmetrical, I'm going to go right over there, turn my page, and I'm going to do the flower there. You can do half flowers, you can do whole flowers, and you can do different flowers from me also. You don't need to do the same flowers. If you have a different way of drawing a flower, that will work too. So I'm just going to use my finger to guide down, and I start there. I think I'll fit one more there. Oops, and over here. And then I'm going to do two on this side. So one here. Okay, so I still have a bit of space, and I'm going to add some leaves to fill the space. I'm going to start by making a line. It's going to stop at the fish and come out the other side. And I'm going to make a little leaf on the end of there. And then I'm going to add leaves on the side. Maybe I can just colour that one in. And you can see how I'm filling up the space. Maybe I will do another one here. You can make these double leaves as well if you like. Yeah, I think I like the double leaves. I'm going to do that. Okay, there's some more space here and here, so I'm going to do one here. And I'm going to have one coming down here. Ooh, I went over my fish's tail. Okay, so now that I've got the drawing part done, it's time to colour. So I'm going to use some markers for some of the smaller areas to fill. But when I want to fill a big area, I'm going to use coloured pencil. I'm mainly going to do that because of when I use my markers to fill big areas, they run out quickly. And then I'd say, oh no, I've no more blue left, I'm not able to finish it. But with a pencil, I'd be able to finish. So I would just colour my small areas. Remember when you're using pencil or marker to go in the same direction instead of going back and forth, and you'll get a neater job. So I'll show you again. I'm going to go all in one direction that way rather than going ch-ch-ch. So I would continue to colour all my little spaces until I have them all filled up. If I would colour the whole fish, I would colour, oh, this green doesn't work too well. Maybe I'll just use the pencil. Oh, that didn't work too well either. But you get the idea. Here we go. I would colour my leaves. And then I would choose a colour for my background. I want a colour that's going to make my things stand out, make my fish stand out and my flowers stand out. So if I made purple flowers, I probably don't want to do a purple background, right? I probably want to do a contrasting background. So maybe I could use a yellow to fill my background. You can see how, I'll do a little bit, how you can see how the yellow next to the purple makes the purple stand out. You can also colour this part in a different colour. You can even put pattern there if you like. Maybe you'll really make the border stand out if you put another pattern in there. Okay, so I hope you have fun doing this. And if you want to look for some ideas for other Madhubani animals, you can look on the Pinterest boards for 2nd or 3rd grade, or you can also just look, you can search for Madhubani art and you'll see lots of really beautiful animals and nature.